The story begins where we see a worker who is hesitating to cut his own hand. Just then, his boss comes there and says, "I have already prepared your insurance papers." After that, the worker cuts off his fingers. In the next scene, we see our hero Woo-Seok, who is an insurance inspector. He has come here to stop this man, because this man makes his workers cut their hands so that he can get the insurance money. He gives the workers a small amount of money and keeps all the insurance money for himself. After that, we see Woo-Seok beating this man very badly. Woo-Seok asks him, "Do you have insurance?" And here he takes the weapon and is about to cut his fingers. Then the scene shifts and we see our heroine Han Seol-Ah, who is making something out of wood. Meanwhile, her finger gets cut, but there is no expression at all on her face. We come back again to that man whom the police have arrested, and there is a case of billions of won on him, meaning he committed fraud worth so much money in insurance. Woo-Seok enters his company, where he meets a girl who stops him and says that because of him they have lost another group contract. Woo-Seok says, "Okay, but I also saved money that we would have given them later." After that, he reaches his table, where a coworker sitting beside him stops him and says that he should have told all this to the police first. He says, "You know the police never come on time." Then another coworker sitting behind him asks, "Do you remember that Rin girl?" After hearing this, we see Cha reaching the hospital. Here, a woman is crying in front of a lady police officer and telling her that her divorce happened a long time ago and they have been struggling for a long time. Meanwhile, Cha is watching her, then he gets a little angry and goes inside, and we are shown a small girl whose body is burned and who has an eye patch on her left eye. Cha goes near her and looks at her, and then we are shown a scene from 1 year ago. In that scene, Cha is sitting with her, where the girl is telling him that her eyes used to hurt, so she used to rub them. But one morning when she woke up, her eye was hurting very badly. But her mother gave her a lot of pocket money, after which she became happy. Here, Rin also gives him a coin and says that he can play video games with it. He takes the coin, but at this time he is angry. Now we come back to the present. Here, Cha is a little sad and angry as well. Then the woman says that it was just an accident. She then says that she was eating noodles and they fell on her. After hearing this, we see Cha going to her mother, who is talking about buying a car at this time. Cha says, "How much insurance money are you going to get?" 5 million won for lost vision and 7 million won for burns. This means Rin's mother did all this intentionally so that she could get the money. Woo-Seok is very angry at this time and says that he will send her to jail. The scene shifts and we see a royal auction company where many paintings are displayed. There is a woman named Miss Kim, and beside her there is a man who is praising the painting. Now we see our heroine Han Seol-Ah, who is in the dressing room. Here, she picks up a sharp tool. After that, she reaches the auction and tears the painting. Before the auction starts, she tells them to remove that painting from there. Saying this, she starts to leave. Kim stops her and asks why she did that. She replies that the painting was fake. If they had sold it, a case would have been filed against them and questions would have been raised on Kim as well. At this time, Kim gets angry and says that she doesn't know which painting is real and which is fake. Then the scene cuts and we see Woo-Seok at a place where a girl's ashes are kept, along with her photo, and it looks like she is his sister. Then we are shown a past scene, where we see him crying beside her body. There is another man standing there, smiling slightly. This man could be her fiancé or her husband. Then we see a court scene, where his sister's death is declared an accident, and that man is released. Because of this, we see Woo-Seok beating him. We come back to the present, where we see him running and reaching a place. Here, he sees an old couple taking out some items. Then we are shown a past scene, where we see Woo-Seok sitting at his sister's funeral. We find out that his sister had told him that she was going out with her boyfriend. After that, he looks at some documents, which are insurance documents, where the nominee is her boyfriend. This means after her death, all the money would go to her boyfriend, whose name is Yong-soo. We see another scene where Yong-soo comes out of the court and is sentenced to 1 year in prison. We are shown another man, and then we come back to the present, where Cha is still watching those people. He says that this time he will not be fooled. In the next scene, the auction starts, where the auctioneer announces the bids. On the last painting, 2 people place bids, but this man buys the painting for 5.3 billion won. After it ends, an afterparty is going on, where Kim is drinking a lot. Han Seol-Ah comes and stands beside a lady and talks about Kim, saying that she doesn't like that associate auctioneer at all. Kim is watching them from afar, and the man who bought the painting is also looking at Han Seol-Ah. Seol comes outside and takes a deep breath. We see that the same man also comes outside, whose name is Beek. He asks, "Are you okay?" She says yes. He says that he used to place online bids, but the real fun is bidding face to face. He says that he has seen her before, and once he sees someone, he never forgets their face. She replies, "So you don't forget?" Saying this, he removes his glasses and stares at her. After that, they shake hands and look at each other. Then Kim comes there, praises Beek, and starts talking about the auction. Hazel tells them to continue talking and leaves. Kim gives Beek her card, but Beek gets angry and throws the card away, saying she shouldn't have come. We see Han Seol-Ah in the dressing room, where she is about to take some tablets, but Kim comes there. Han Seol-Ah tells her that they are still on duty, there is an alcohol smell coming from her, and she shouldn't go in front of VIPs like this. Kim says, "Are you angry because I came between you two?" They talk a bit more. Kim says that if her secrets come out in front of everyone, her face will be worth seeing. She says she will enjoy taking her place and tells her to enjoy the time she has left, because she won't leave her. The scene shifts and we see Woo-Seok receiving a call from Kim. She says that she is going to tell him about a murder that happened because of insurance. She gives him her address and says they will talk further after meeting. After hearing this, we see Woo-Seok leaving his room. He sees a girl sleeping on the sofa, whose name is Ju-young, and she is an inspector. Woo-Seok tells her everything, and she also decides to go with him. They reach below the hotel. Woo-Seok calls Kim, but suddenly someone falls on them. It is none other than Kim, who falls from the top of the building and dies there. Woo-Seok realizes it is her because her phone is still ringing. The next day, we see her post-mortem. The doctor tells that because of the fall, all her bones were broken, due to which she died. The doctor also says that before this, she had a scuffle with someone, as there were marks on her neck. Ju-young tells all this to her senior, who says that he and she will work on this case. Their boss's name is Pyashang, who says that Woo-Seok still believes that he let his sister's killer go. On the other side, we see Woo-Seok with Rin. Rin is still telling the police that noodles fell on her. Woo-Seok is with his friend and says that they will come here every day so that she feels someone is with her. He also talks about Kim and says that if she was going to die anyway, why did she call him? It seems she was going to tell him about someone who committed the murder. In the next scene, we see Kim's workers going to her funeral. A woman is watching them, and we are shown a scene where she was also with Kim that night. We see how Woo-Seok somehow enters the royal auction building. He stands in front of a mirror. Then the lights turn off and start turning on one by one. Hazel walks towards him, stands in front of him, fixes her hair, and then walks straight away. We see Woo-Seok also coming there as the lights move. Han reaches her president, who asks what is going on and says that the company will shut down like this. Then the manager comes running and says that the police have come for questioning. Han Seol-Ah says she will talk to them. She tells the police that she was at the auction party and that Kim worked under her. Ju-young asks her to provide the list of auction party members, but she refuses and says to bring a warrant next time. Ju-young starts asking her direct questions about where she was that day and what her relationship with Kim was. Seol somehow leaves and comes to another place, where she starts trembling. In the same building, we see Woo-Seok reaching the terrace from where Kim jumped. In the washroom, we see Seol's hands shaking, and she takes the tablets. We see the police leaving, and Woo-Seok comes there and mocks them, saying that they only solve small cases. Pyashang gets angry at him. They leave. Later, we see Woo-Seok talking to Ju-young, who tells him that Kim had been suffering from depression for a long time and was under treatment. She also says that Kim Sr. was very rude when they met her. She sends him Han Seol's photo. As soon as Woo-Seok sees the photo, he recognizes her as the same woman he saw in the building. He starts gathering information about her. We then see Woo-Seok at Miss Kim's funeral, where Han Seol also comes. Woo-Seok is sitting there with his co-workers. One worker is crying and saying that Miss Kim couldn't have done this and that she was about to get a promotion. Woo-Seok sees Han Seol leaving and follows her outside. She tries to start her car, but it doesn't start, and Woo-Seok helps her. She looks at him while leaving. Woo-Seok gathers information about Han Seol and checks her insurance, where he finds out that she was supposed to get 7 million won from someone. After seeing this, he calls that man and finds out that he is already dead. Then we see Han Seol watching a video, and beside her is a man named Young-sung, who was her fiancé. Woo-Seok also finds out that this man died 10 days ago. Woo-Seok meets Joo-young and tells her everything, saying that Han Seol was also about to take Kim's position. He asks her to find out how Han Seol's fiancé died. After some time, she tells him that the fiancé died due to drowning. In the next scene, we see Woo-Seok going to meet Han Seol. He gives her his card and says that he is a life insurance investigator and has come to find out whether the death was a murder or a suicide. She says that he talks just like the police and that she has already told the police everything she knew. He asks whether she told them that the job was going to be hers. On the other side, Joo-young receives a call informing her that Miss Kim was murdered. Here, Woo-Seok talks to Han Seol about her fiancé and says that he went on a yacht 10 days ago, died in the river, and that she was going to benefit 700 million won from his death. He also says that the policy was cancelled before his death. Han Seol says she already knew that and asks whether he thinks she killed her fiancé for money. She asks how he is connecting her fiancé with Miss Kim. Woo-Seok comes closer to her and says that he can smell people who can do anything for money. After hearing this, Han Seol smiles slightly. At this point, we find out that the one who pushed Kim was none other than Han Seol herself.